Signature, the 14th of May, 2025. I will be ordering the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance at greatness. For someone who would look at this and believe that the US has good intentions for doing such a thing, it would be easy to be overjoyed and happy and thanking God for such an event. Surely Syria deserves a chance at greatness and a chance at a life devoid of war and transgressions. Yet, all through his speech, Trump continuously praised himself and praised the US for everything that had happened to him and the achievements that the US had done. He only mentioned God once when he said, "It is God's job to sit at the judgment, and my job to defend the United States." He didn't even say that out of awe, indicating how dearly he holds God within his heart. He only said it in passing, to use such a statement to support his case, rather than to give any kind of message to those listening. It is difficult to look at this or hear that the sanctions will be lifted by the same entity who enforced it, and then turn and tell them, "Thank you, you saved the lives of millions." In fact, it would be clearly stupid to say such a thing to the president who boasted about his country and what it had done to the world. Those who praise themselves or praise things without properly praising God are doomed. Whether they live this life in prosperity or in poverty, so long as they hold things dearer to them than God, their efforts are in vain. Even if their efforts were not in vain and they truly helped people, they are low among other people for their grandeur and arrogance. To give them a chance at greatness is not something that any entity on earth is capable of doing. It is God who does that. It is God who lifts high and God who brings low. It is a disgusting sight to see Arab leaders standing up and clapping to the US president for saying such a thing, although they could have easily banded together to revoke the sanctions once they were issued. If the Arab leaders cared about the sanctions, that they became happy and joyful upon having them eliminated, then they should have helped throughout the conflict. But everyone for themselves, right? They will cry out to God. Each person would cry out to God, disowning his brother, sister, father, and mother. They would disown their own descendants and the spouses they had in life. Each person would cry out to God, "Save my own soul." The 15th of May, 2025. Oh, why has he done this? Why has he changed? Should I carry a weapon or even a grenade? That's way too ridiculous. It's not what I said. You try to make a difference. Hold fast indeed. 7 times a day I praise you because of your righteous ordinances. Psalms 119, 164. Does this mean David prayed 7 times a day? I wouldn't be surprised. When someone calls another by mistake, do they really have to apologize to them for doing that? This means that I have to be that, so I am becoming that now, so that I don't become that then. The person hateful of others would be easily tempted. Those who hate God's servants would be tempted. Those who hate believers would be tempted. Those who hate God's people would be tempted. God's people are those who serve Him and worship Him. God's words contain His name. Everything that God says is signed with His name. They could not have originated from anyone other than God. Who said that? His name, His signature. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم.
لله